Hello YouTube, I'm at the Guildford Comic Con and Toy Fair and I thought I'd do a quick walk through so you can see what it's like. Loads of cool Star Wars costumes, obviously. I love this moment where we've got Darth Vader and then there's this guy that comes along with this massive wig and Darth Vader just looks at him and then turns away. These were a load of cool little astromech droids that were all radio controlled so you could have a little go on them yourself. Obviously, as a huge Star Wars fan, I was very biased towards all of the Star Wars items, but there was so much to see at this event, and obviously loads of toys for sale, which is one of the main things that I was after. So I'll show you a bit of that in a minute, but for now, here's a Tauntaun. This was a life-size Tauntaun, and I spoke to the guy, and I think he said it was his father-in-law or somebody who worked on the original head for The Empire Strikes Back, and he had this head sitting in his garden apparently by his pond or something for a couple of years, and then they took a casting or something of it or used it for this one, and so this is pretty accurate. As I was chatting to the guy that bought this with him to the show, he said, do you want to have a go on it? So they got this ladder out and I was able to sit on it, which is really cool. And I got my wife to film me. And they gave me this stick to hold. Pretty cool. And as I was sat up there, I was thinking, it's not every day you get to sit on a Tauntaun. It's a bit of a surreal moment. I was not expecting my day to kind of go in this direction. Those of you who know my channel know that I like to make a lot of movie creatures. I quite fancy making one of these, but I don't think my wife would allow me to keep it in the living room, because that's probably where it'd have to live. Here was another stall with loads of Star Wars bits and bobs all over it. I love all these kind of like custom made things. Got a little Grogu there. I think that gun might be a little bit too big for him, but that's Grogu for you. Some cool droids and bits and bobs. Loads of nice little models. Cool helmet. A lot of these things, I know like all the work that goes into them. I love this little droid. This is awesome. Then there was this mask that was of Admiral Akbar. It looked like it was latex type thing. That's pretty cool. And yeah, loads of guns, loads of bits and bobs, and loads of people dressed up in various costumes from Star Wars. A nice Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett. There are lots of characters from Mandalorian as well. There are a couple of nice Daleks on display, this one, and then there was this guy.
So you must talk like this, like you need the toilet desperately. Which is why the Daleks are so aggressive, they all want to go to the toilet.
He kept everybody really entertained by saying lots of humorous things as he wheeled himself around. Right, so this was also a toy fair with lots of stalls selling all kinds of toys, some vintage, so I thought I'd give you a little kind of look through. Loads of He-Man figures here. These were all complete with their weapons and things, and some Thundercats figures, all individually bagged, so you could have a look at the price on each one. Really cool stall, this one. Loads of original Ghostbusters figures. I ended up buying a couple of these. I'll show you those at the end. But really nice, good condition. Loads of original Star Wars figures as well, some with their weapons, all various prices. But I love it when they're all kind of boxed up like this, so you can just pick them up, have a little look, see if you want it or not, and put it back again. Or buy it, which is even better. I already have all of the original Kenner Star Wars figures, so it's still nice to pick them up and have a look at them though. I've already got all of those Ghostbusters figures as well, but there are a couple that were complete that I just thought the prices were so good I'm going to pick them up anyway. and then I'll relist them on eBay and see if I can make a bit of a profit on them. I've got a lot of original He-Man figures, but I didn't have this Screech figure, and I probably should have picked it up at the time, but I didn't, and now I'm looking back at this video, I'm sort of regretting not picking up Screech. But anyway, there's quite a few other figures there. You've got the ATST Walker from the original Star Wars line. Loads of other kind of Star Wars stuff, some more modern, but yeah, there's a Panther. Got a few Ghostbusters things here from the original run. There's a Tauntaun in its box, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this was probably one of my favourite stalls of the whole show. There's a couple of small soldiers figures there. I've collected pretty much all of the small soldiers, and I'm not interested in having them in boxes. They're all loose on my collection. But anyway, check out this guy, Duncan's Toy Porium, because yeah, he's got some good stuff. Here's another stall with like Chucky and some Freddy Kruegers. Quite a lot of nice kind of horror stuff on this stall. And the thing that I like the most, apart from all of these horror things, is the old gremlin. I love a gremlin, and this one's a nice kind of rubbery one. The only thing with these is, I think actually they're made of latex or something like that, and then you've got to be careful with them because the latex can kind of break down. But I really like this one, and he was really rubbery. The guy picked him up and sort of held him on the table, and he's got a sort of hole in the back where you can kind of wear him as a kind of a puppet. But he was like £220 or something, and I've already made a life-size gremlin. Check out my videos if you want to see that. This was cool though, little Gizmo, £40. I thought he was pretty cute. I picked him up and had a go on him. I quite liked him. And actually what it did is it made me think, I really do need to make a little Gizmo to go with my gremlin. There are lots of good Lego Star Wars sets. I love all of these, but I can't start collecting the sets. I mean, I collect the little minifigures, and they take up enough space as it is, so I've decided not to go for any of the big sets as well. But it's still nice to see them all. This was another really nice stall. Lots of sort of more modern Star Wars figures, but loads of nice kind of vintage ones as well. I love all these little original Kenner sets. All really seem like reasonable prices. Up the top here as well, even more little biker scout there. Look, got Jabba the Hutt as well over on the left hand side. And yeah, I could have spent a fortune just on this stall. Especially, I really wanted like a little original Yoda like this in its original box, but yeah, £350. But I know he's really rare, really hard to get hold of. And out of all of the Kenner Star Wars figures, he's the one that I would want in a packet. The guy on this stall didn't have a card or anything, but he's going to be at Sandown, and I think he goes to NEC as well. Right, what did I buy at the show? I bought this little California raisin for £3. Bargain. Lady asked £4, so I managed to haggle her down to £3. So that will go in with my other California raisins. I didn't buy much, to be honest, but I thought I'll show you what I have bought. I also got some Monster in my pocket. These two I'm not sure about. Like I'm not really very aware of the Monster in my pocket range, but I've just seen them on eBay a few times and I thought they're pretty cool. I'll have to pick up some of those at some point. And I like these two guys. Most of the ones that I bought are the sort of fluorescent coloured ones, so I'm going to have to do a bit of research. If any of you know anything about these two, let me know in the comments. These are the other ones that I bought, the more sort of brightly coloured fluorescent type ones. I love the colours on these actually, they're really cool, and I love the little characters. So these were just like £1 each, so I couldn't resist picking up a load of these. I have no idea how many kind of monsters, different monsters there are, but I thought, you know, this can be my sort of starting set, if you like. I collected all of the original muscle figures, and these kind of remind me of them, like little tiny kind of rubber guys. But these, in a way, they're even cooler because they're just really cool, bright colours. all of the muscle figures that I bought, I just bought the flesh colours, and yeah, managed to get a whole set apart from one. I'm just missing one. Okay, the vintage Ghostbusters figures that I bought. I got this guy. You can see he's complete with his weapon thing that he holds on his arm, and then he's got his little kind of monster thing as well. Yeah, really nice. He's in really good condition, and he was a really good price. So I thought I'll buy this one, and then I'll relist it on eBay and see if I can make some money on him, because he's a really clean example. On the back here, he's got this little kind of oxygen tank, and when you push it up, his whole head kind of goes up as well. You can see here, look, I'll show you from the back, and then when you turn around, you can see his makes his mouth open as well. So it's really cool, and his eyes kind of look like they're going above the ridge as well. So yeah, really nice. They're called, yeah, Super Fright features, these ones. I managed to get the Super Fright features Egon Spengler as well. Again, he's all complete with his weapon. I love his weapon. I love all of the weapons from all of these original kind of vintage Ghostbusters figures. And he's got his little kind of slimy green ghost here. That's a really nice little creature. And then he's, yeah, again, a nice clean example. On this particular one, when you look at him, he's got a little backpack thing. You push that up. There's me trying to push it downwards, but you actually push it up from the bottom, and then he's got this really cool action where, as you do it, see if I can do it for camera, his whole mask flipped open. Then once it has flipped open, you can continue to push it up, and you're sort of making his hair raise, and this kind of these tentacles look like they're coming out from the side of his head as well. So yeah, pretty cool figure. Like I say, I'll put those on eBay, see if I can make a few quid on them. When I was a kid, I only had one of these Ghostbusters figures, and it was an original Egon Spengler that I actually found in the sand on Miami Beach when I was on holiday in Florida. And my whole kind of Ghostbusters collection has kind of stemmed from that one figure. Anyway, this is everything that I got from the show, including the cool Tauntaun badge that I was given when I sat on the Tauntaun. Anyway, hit subscribe if you want to see anything that I post up in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.